So I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys, and other people will drop in as they want. I'm so stoked that you guys are able to join this morning. All right, let's go ahead and start in a seated position. Legs crossed in front of you. If you have a block, you can go ahead and sit on top of your block just to bring your hips a little higher. If you have, a pillow that you want to set in. We're going to take a little bit of some time for some breath work here. So whatever is going to be comfortable for you. Shoulders stack over your hips. Hands can rest on your knees, or if you'd like to, your hands can rest where we're moving the breath. We're going to start with a 3-part breath. So we'll take 3 rounds of breath into the belly. 3 rounds of breath in just underneath the rib cage, our thoracic. And then 3 rounds of breath into the chest, our clavicle. And then we'll take 3 rounds of breath, and with each breath, with our inhales, we'll do belly, rib cage, chest, and then exhales will be chest, rib cage, belly. Wanted to give you a quick overview. Of course, I'll be giving you some notes as we go along, but let's go ahead and just drop into 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. On your deepest one yet, inhale through the nose. And exhale, release through the mouth. Moving into our 3-part breath. Again, your hands can either rest on your knees or move along your body with your breath. I encourage you to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. But if you're feeling any lightheaded, go ahead and exhale through the mouth. Bringing the hands to the belly, inhale to the belly. Belly starts to press out. Exhale, belly button comes into spine. Inhale, belly inflates. And exhale, belly deflates. Last one here, creating space in the diaphragm. Inhale. And exhale, pulling the belly button inward. Moving that breath up. Hands can rest right underneath the rib cage as you inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Create space underneath the rib cage. Exhale, start to melt inward. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Hands can come to rest on the chest as you inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls. Last one, inhale. See if you can make yourself just an inch taller. And exhale, ground down, feeling your chest fall to your mat. Stringing these all together. On an inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Hold at the top. See if you can take one more sip of air. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. 2 more just like that. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Feel that breath move upward and hold. Taking one more sip of air. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Feel yourself melt down. Last one and most intentional breath yet. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Hold. One small sip. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Dropping into your breath. Come back to it completely unprompted. Hands can rest on top of your knees. As you come back to your regular breath, sharing my intention for this class, when I wrote the sequence, I wrote it all around faith. There's so many things happening around us right now, physically, emotionally, socially, and even economically. And in this time, this holiday weekend that we're so used to being with big groups of people and being outside, that might not be your plan for the day. Maybe taking this moment to feel how you feel about that. It's been really hard for me the last couple weeks. I feel like I've been a little down on myself and just feeling in a rut. And as I was sharing those feelings with my yoga teacher group, one of my close friends that's come out of this experience shared a beautiful MLK quote that said, "Faith is taking the first step without seeing the whole staircase." And whatever your journey is and whatever you are in your journey, I guarantee that you need some faith, even if it's just a small ounce. Maybe it's bigger than what you think you can handle. But I hope that this practice and just this time to drop in inspires faith within you and maybe even touches those who have faith in you. Let's go ahead and get moving. Inhale, walk your hands in front of you, coming into child's pose, Balasana. Knees come to the wide edge of your mat. Feet come together, toes touch. Hips come back to your heels as you walk your hands out in front of your space, resting your heart and forehead onto the ground. Continue with the breath here. The reason why I purposely put this right after our breath exercise is it gives us an opportunity to really put blinders on everything around us. Focusing on the breath, the one thing that can remain constant throughout this yoga class. The breath that's completely in your control. The breath that's completely at your disposal when you need strength, concentration, and even just a break. As you inhale and walk your hands a little bit closer to the front of your space, exhale, melt deeper into your mat. Shift your hips back. Maybe you can get your hips a little bit closer to your heels. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. So just off the mat to the right. Shift your left hip back. Extending the stretch in your left side body. Inhale, look at your fingertips, and exhale, walk your hands through center over to the left side of your mat. As you reach your fingertips out, draw your right hip back and rest your chest and forehead onto the ground. Inhale, look to your fingertips, and exhale, walk your hands to center. Reaching out a little bit closer to the front of your space, bring your hands to prayer, bend your elbows, and bring prayer to the nape of your neck. If you're looking to get a little deeper in the stretch, you can walk your elbows towards the front of your space and then start to lean back, stretching in the triceps here and opening up the shoulder space. Release the hands down, and on an inhale, come to tabletop position. Shoulders stack over your wrists, hips stack over your knees. You can either tuck the toes or press down into the tops of the feet. Just make sure that your lower body is engaged. Engage Hasta Bandha, your hand bind, by spreading your fingers wide, pressing down into the fingertips and the knuckles, creating almost a suction cup with your hands. So not all of the weight is going into the heel of your hand or your wrist. Here with this solid foundation, on your next inhale, cow pose, flip the tailbone up, drop the belly, lift through the chest, and gaze upwards. Exhale, press down into the palms, round in the back body, and tuck the chin for cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, heart shines through. Exhale, cat pose, round in the back body. Inhale, cow pose, Vitelasana. Exhale, cat pose, Marjariasana. Two more rounds on your own, at your own pace, remembering that your inhales lengthen through cow pose, and your exhales move through your body with cat pose. When you're done with your last round, come back to neutral tabletop. Thread the needle pose, starting with your right hand. Press down into the left. As you inhale, right hand reaches up to the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left armpit, looking up at the ceiling, and then dropping your right shoulder, right ear down to the ground. As you press your right arm into your mat and into the floor, keep your left hand engaged, either pressing down through the left palm or walking your left hand to the front of your mat. If your left hand is extended, go ahead and plant it underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right hand comes up to the sky, opening up through the right side body. And exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, press down through the right palm as you lift the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right armpit, gazing up at the ceiling before resting the left shoulder and left ear down to the ground. As you press the left arm into your mat, press down through the right palm, or you can walk your right hand to the front of your space. If your right arm is extended, go ahead and walk it so that it's planted underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, left hand comes up to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes down. Moving to supported side plank. You can plant your right hand into the middle of your mat, right knee down as you step the left foot towards the back of your space. Left foot is parallel to the back of your mat. As you inhale, left hand comes up to the sky. And exhale, left hand reaches towards the front of your mat. Inhale, left hand reaches upwards. Exhale, left hand reaches forward. Actively press down through the pinky edge of your left foot to really unlock that sensation in your entire left side body. Inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, left hand down, left knee down. Now our left hand plants middle of your space. Left knee down as you step your right foot back. Inhale, right hand comes up to the sky. Stay active in the left hand as you reach through the right fingertips. And exhale, reach the right hand forward. Inhale, right hand reaches up to the sky. And exhale, right hand reaches towards the front of your space. Again, being intentional with your right foot. You have the power to control the sensation here. If there's any tension through it, you want to use your inhales to identify that feeling, and exhales to melt it away. Inhale, right hand rises. Exhale, plant the right hand down. From tabletop position, tuck your toes. Press down into the palms, hips come up and back for our first down dog of class. Maybe your first down dog of the day. Taking a couple breaths for whatever organic movement your body needs. It might just be pedaling out the feet, swaying your hips side to side, or even lifting the heels, dropping them over to the right side, and then lifting the heels and dropping them over to the left side. Join me back in down dog. As you inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, take tiny steps, making your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, palms come to the shin. Exhale, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come through standing, shoulders stack over your hips. Arms come out to the side and up to the sky. Here in Urdhva Hastasana, press down through your heels. Engage the tripod of your feet. So your heel, the ball of your feet, even the big toe. Turn your glutes on by engaging the quads. Feel that breath move up from your lower body into the core as you engage the belly. See if you can shift your shoulders to stack directly over the hips. Arms lengthen as you roll your shoulders away from your ears. Palms face one another. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Samastihiti. Straight line of energy from elbow to elbow. Close your eyes and take a couple breaths to set an intention for your class. Maybe it's related to faith, something you need faith for, something or someone you have faith in, or maybe even someone who requires faith in you, or something completely unrelated to faith. It's your practice. On an inhale, reach through the fingertips, arms extend. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Interlace all the fingers except for your index finger. And exhale, side bend over to your right side. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can bend just an inch deeper. Finding your breath here. Pressing down through the left foot to extend the side body stretch. Inhale to reach a little taller. Exhale, come through center, side bend over to your left side. Inhale to grow taller. Exhale to bend deeper. Inhale, reach, and exhale, come back through center. Goal posting the arms behind you. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, keeping the lift in your chest. High plank pose, plant the palms and step the feet back. As you inhale, shift the shoulders forward. And exhale, hips come up and back for down dog. We're going to do 3 more rounds of that sun salutation. Moving a bit quicker, just learning about our breath here and learning how breath inspires movement. Later on in our practice, we'll be holding our poses for about 3 to 5 breaths. So this is just giving us an opportunity to identify with that breath that's going to help us strengthen later in class. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, step your feet in between your hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, full body extension, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, goal post the arms, squeezing the scapulas together. Inhale, Hands reach up to the sky, interlacing the fingers except for your index. And exhale, side bend over to the right side. Inhale comes through center. And exhale, side bend over to the left side. Inhale, reach through the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank position, Phalakasana. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward, shoulders stack over your wrists. And exhale, hips come up and back for downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. One more round here. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, step your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, come to stand, arms reach up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, goal post the arms, Nuvatasana. Inhale, arms reach up, interlace the fingers. Exhale, side bend over to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend over to the left side. Inhale through center. And exhale, fold forward, chest to legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, Phalakasana. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Engage your Hasta Bandha, building strength in our arms here. And exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, step or jump your feet in between your hands. Moving into chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight comes back into your heels. You should be able to wiggle the toes here. Bend in the knees to bring your seat closer to your mat. Arms reach up to the sky. Your biceps can like hug into your ears and then release them down, but that's the length that you're looking for. Finding strength here. Finding the breath here. Finding faith in this pose. Exhale, interlace the fingers at the low back. And on your next inhale, puff up through the chest here. Maybe this sensation in the upper body takes our mind off the shakes we're feeling in the low body. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, straighten the knees. Bound fists come up to the sky. Release the hands down to frame the feet. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, step the feet back for high plank pose. Inhale, press through the palms. Exhale, hips come up and back for down dog. On your next inhale, right leg rises behind you. Exhale, step your right foot behind your right thumb. Preparing for warrior one. Rotate the left heel so that your left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Press down through the right foot to lift the chest off of the thigh. Arms come up to the sky as your shoulders stack over your hips. This in itself can be a challenging pose with balance. So if you need a wider stance, go ahead and toe heel your right foot over to the right side of your mat. Press down through the right foot to draw your right hip back and left foot forward. On your next exhale, interlace the fingers at the low back. Inhale, same thing, creating space, lifting through the chest. Exhale, fold forward for humble warrior, Baddha Virabhadrasana. Right shoulder comes to your right knee. Again, a challenging pose with balance here. Find your breath and focusing on the density you're creating with your right shoulder and right knee. Release the hands down to frame the right foot. Inhale, right foot rises behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot comes down to meet the left, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot rises behind you. Exhale, step the left foot behind the left thumb. Rotate the right foot to 45 degrees, so your right toe should point towards the top right corner of your mat. On an inhale, press down into the left foot to lift the chest off the thigh. Arms come up to the sky. Staying fully engaged here, draw your left hip back, right hip forward. And actively press through that tripod of your foot, of both feet. Sometimes we have a tendency just to forget about our back foot because we're so into the bend in our front foot. So really press down into the ball of the left foot, the heel of the left foot, and see how that creates a sensation in the right calf. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, interlace the fingers at low back. Inhale, lift through the chest. And exhale, left shoulder comes to your left knee. Again, with any balancing, if you need the wider stance, you can heel toe the left foot over to the left side. You can also find a point on the floor that's not moving. Find your drishti gaze, your concentration. Most importantly, find your breath. Sometimes we tend to hold our breath in tricky situations, but having faith in your body to hold the version of this pose that benefits you, body and soul. Hands come down to frame the left foot. Inhale, left foot rises to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes down to meet the right. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot through to low lunge. Left knee comes down to the ground. As you toe heel your foot towards the front of your space a little, just a little. Press down through the right foot to lift the chest, shoulders stack over your hips. Fingers interlace at the top of your right thigh or right knee. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to lean forward in that right knee. Now, many of the cues that I've given you, I've told you to stack the knee over ankle. This is one of the only, or maybe one of the very few, where that is not necessary because we're trying to get into that left hip flexor. And we have a strong foundation, we're close to the ground. Breathe into the front of that left hip. If you need something a little deeper, you can tuck your left toe, but keep the left knee on the ground. Press down into the right foot to stack the right knee over the right ankle. You can step your right foot closer to your body if you stepped it forward before. Right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh. As you inhale, left hand comes up to the sky. Exhale, side bend over to the right side. Continue to breathe. Continue to identify those sensations or even the tension with your inhale, and use your exhales to melt it away. Inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, plant the left hand on the inside of the right foot. Right hand comes up to the sky. Low lunge twist. As you start to twist open, you start to feel this here. I mean, I'm feeling it not only in my outer hip space, but also coming up through the side body. If you're looking for more depth, you can tuck your left toes and lift the left knee off the ground. Wherever you are, be. Wherever you are, breathe. Inhale to reach through the right fingertips. Exhale, right hand comes down to frame the right foot. Inhale, right leg rises behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot plants next to left. Inhale, left foot rises. Exhale, step the left foot forward for low lunge. Right knee comes down as you find a comfortable space with the left foot. Interlace the fingers on top of the left thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, lean forward. We just did that twist where we're feeling that in the right outer hip. Now with this leaning forward, we're stretching the front of the right hip, that hip flexor. And if you did so on the other side, go ahead and tuck the right toes under. Right knee is still on the mat. Inhale, press down into the left foot. Left knee stacks over left ankle. Left forearm comes to rest on the left thigh. As you inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, side bend over to the left side. Inhale to reach. Exhale, see if you can bend a little deeper. Inhale, right hand comes up to the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand on the inside of the left foot. Left hand reaches up to the sky for a twist. Keeping the left leg fully engaged, press your left knee into your torso as you open up through the chest. If you did so on the other side, tuck your right toes and lift the right knee off the ground. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips, press down into the right hand. And exhale, left hand comes down to frame the left foot. Inhale, left foot rises behind you. I got a crack. Exhale, left foot comes down. Taking 2 breaths here in downward facing dog before we move into a warrior 2 series. Inhale, right leg rises behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward for warrior 2. In warrior 2, we'll rotate the left foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat. Heel to arch alignment. So if we drew a line from our right heel, it should directly bisect the left foot. the left arch. Press down into your right foot to lift the chest off the thighs. Shoulders stack over your hips as your hands reach up to the sky, and then exhale, hands reach outward, parallel to the mat. Finding that solid foundation from the ground up. Engaging Pada Bandha, we talked about our hand bind, but now our foot bind. I mentioned already the tripod of your foot, the toe mounds, the ball of your foot, the heel of your foot. Really bringing attention to those small parts that are going to move you through this practice fully. Pressing down through the knife edge of your left foot, engaging the left quad. Give it a little tap. Exhale, extended side angle, right hand comes down to the ground, or you can rest your right elbow onto your thigh as the left hand comes up to the sky. Tuck your right hip under as you corkscrew the chest open. Gaze can either look down to your right big toe or the left hand, whatever is most comfortable for your neck. On an inhale, come through warrior two and continue to reach your right hand towards the back of your space. Left hand can either rest on the left thigh, left calf, or if you'd like, you can bind behind your low back. Commit to the bend in the front knee. Feel that strength build in your right quad. And breathe. So easy for us to tap into these poses without intention. But when we have faith in the pose and give it our full effort, we're absolutely getting the most out of it. Inhale, press down through the right foot to straighten the right knee and continue to reach through the right fingertips for reverse triangle, Viparita Trikonasana. Taking a moment, taking a breath here to feel how that stretch has moved through the right quad and right outer hip, up to the right outer hip and right side body. What micro movements can you make in your body to deepen the stretch here? Inhale, reaches. Exhale, rotate the arms so that they're parallel to your mat. Right knee is still straight. If you need to shorten your stance, you're more than welcome to. Just find what's comfortable for you. Inhale, reach forward, like there is a doorknob just out of reach here. In this case, a light switch for me. Continue to reach, but feeling how you're pulling the left hip back. And when you can't reach any further, exhale, right hand comes down to the ground, left hand comes up to the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. As we're staying active in the low body, I'm actively pressing down into the knife edge of my left foot, and I'm actually feeling that all right here. I say right here, maybe you're not looking at my screen, but what that looks like, my left outer hip and even my left side body. On an inhale, reach even deeper with those left fingers. Give me some jazz hands. And exhale, left hand comes down to the ground. You can pop the left heel up. As you inhale, right leg rises behind you, three-legged dog. And exhale, right foot comes down, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Another great opportunity to check into your body. the different sensations between your left and right outer hip, even the side bodies. On your next inhale, left foot rises. Exhale, step the left foot forward, preparing for warrior two on the left side. Rotate the right heel down so your right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Press down through the left foot, shoulder stack over your hips. I got a nice little pop there. Hands can reach up to the sky, and then as you exhale, arms are parallel to your mat. As I'm checking my alignment, I'm making sure that my left knee is stacked over my left ankle, that my back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, shoulders stack over hips, strength through shoulders, biceps, forearms, and fingertips. Drishti gaze can go just in front of the left middle finger. For this last breath, I want you to pretend that you're pulling your feet together, even if they're not moving an inch. You're going to start to feel that right in the inner thighs. Exhale, left hand comes down or left elbow comes to your left thigh. Right hand comes up to the sky for extended side angle. This time, tucking the left hip under, corkscrewing through the chest. Inhale, coming through warrior two, and continuing to reach back with your left hand as your right hand finds the right calf, thigh, or finds behind the back. I notice now, I'm looking at the video, my left knee is not in alignment with the left ankle, so start to press that forward, strengthening the left quad. This camera angle is keeping me honest, guys. Inhale, press down through the left foot to straighten the left knee, shorten the stance if necessary, and continue to reach back with your left hand for reverse triangle, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Thinking about all the different perspectives that you've taken just in this series, looking forward, backward, side to side, that's going to help us and prep us for our balancing. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And exhale, arms cartwheel down to frame the left foot. Right heel pops up. Inhale, right leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, left foot down. Come back to tabletop position. Shoulders stack over your wrists, hips stack over your knees. Before we get into balancing, we want to activate the core that we've been working through this entire practice. We'll do that for bear pose. So tuck the toes, inhale, lift the knees off the ground, staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hips come up and back for downward facing dog. Good job, guys. I know that one's not an easy one. Inhale, right leg rises behind you. Exhale, step the right foot forward for low lunge. Left knee comes down as you walk your right foot towards the front of your space. When you feel at your full extension with your right foot, you can pop the right toes and right knee up to the sky as your hips stack over the left knee. Ardha Hanumanasana or half splits. Here we're targeting the right hamstring. You'll feel that just right behind your quad. Use your inhales to lengthen and exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, draw the right heel back, tuck the left toes, coming back to low lunge. And moving into standing splits, here's where you can use a block, or like I said, even like a can of soup, just to have it in front of you. Press down to the right foot to lift the left foot off the ground. Your hands can be about, a foot in front of your right foot. Fingers can be tented or palms flat. Again, option to use that block or prop to bring the mat closer to you. As you look back at your left toes, make sure your left foot is flexed and your left toes are pointed towards the ground. We do that to ensure that our hips are level. So no matter how high your left heel goes, keep the left toes pointed directly down. When you're ready, plant the right hand in front of you. Stack the left hip on top of the right. As you inhale, left hand comes up to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Yes, faith is required here in the balance. Remember the breath you kept. Remember the density you created to keep this pose. Inhale, hold. Exhale, left hand comes down, left foot comes to meet the right. Taking a moment. Those two poses in particular are very challenging. It's balancing, one with closed hip, the other one with open hip. You've got a lot of feeling in the hamstrings as well as the feet as you're really gripping down into the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge. Lower the right knee down and heel toe your feet forward. When you feel like you found your extension, go ahead and pop the left toes, left knee up to the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, and exhale, melt into your stretch a little deeper. Inhale, draw the left heel back. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee off the ground and start to walk your hands towards the front of your space. Popping off the right foot. Half splits here. Standing splits. Pressing down through the left foot as you point your right toes down to the mat, leveling out the hips. Urdhva Prasarita Eka Padasana. Harder to say, harder to do. When you're ready, go ahead and plant the left hand in front of the left foot. Stacking the right hip on top of the left hip, your right hand comes up to the sky with an inhale. This time, my right toes are pointed outward as we're opening up the hip. Keep the right foot flexed. Finding faith in the density you're creating with your body and breath. Exhale, right hand comes down, right foot comes to meet the left. Stay here for forward folds. Exhale, chest comes to leg. Reset of that low body. As you inhale, halfway lift. Tuck, round, and curl so your heels can come off the ground. Knees come up into your chest. Your fingers can be planted, or tented here. Or if you'd like, you can go ahead and wrap your arms around your legs, coming into this energy ball. Feel that engagement in the calves as we balance on the ball of the foot. Exhale, if you had your arms bound, go ahead and release them. Start to lower the heels down. Gently drop your hips back to the floor. Legs extend out to the front of your space. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Our forward folds invoke passivity. They give us an opportunity to look inward, reflecting on what's transpired before us and what's ahead of us. As you inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back to your hips. Coming through seated and laying down all the way on your back. Right knee squeezes into your chest and then over to your right armpit as the left leg grounds into the mat. Hook the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Right hand comes out to a T. You can lift the hips up just to tuck them underneath so that they're in line with your shoulders, and then start to bring the right knee over to the left side of the body. Supta Matsyendrasana. Remembering to anchor down through the right shoulder. It's a higher priority to get that right shoulder down versus the right knee down. You'll get there eventually with practice, patience, breath. Inhale, right knee comes up to the sky. Exhale, give that right knee another squeeze. Exhale, release the right foot down. Inhale, left knee comes into the chest and then over to the left armpit. So your left thigh is hugging the left side of your torso. When you're ready, go ahead and hook the left foot onto the outside of the right thigh. Extend the left arm out, grounding down through the left shoulder as you start to twist your left knee over to the right side. Inhale, left knee comes up to the ground, to the sky. Exhale, left knee comes to the chest. Release the left foot down so it's planted onto your mat, and then step your right foot so it's also planted. You should be able to graze the back of your heels with your fingertips as we prepare for bridge pose. Press down into the feet to lift the hips off the ground. Setu Bandhasana. If you'd like, you can interlace the fingers at the low back, tucking your shoulders underneath your torso and lifting the hips higher from the ground. One more breath to see if we can get some more air with those hips. And exhale, lower the hips down to your ground. Heel toe your feet so that they are just outside of your mat or mat with distance, whatever's comfortable for you. And let your knees knock in for broken bridge pose. Hands can rest on the belly. A lot of external openings and rotations with this class. This is our opportunity to engage those adductors, which are in the inner thigh, as we're doing internal rotation. And how that translates is you're gonna feel some of that sensation in the low back, right above the tailbone. Inhale, knees come up to the sky. Exhale, squeeze your legs into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Inhale. See if you can take one more sip of air and hold. Exhale, release. Legs come down, extend into the front of your space. Preparing for sweet Shavasana. Arms rest at sides. Taking a moment to feel every single pinpoint of your body that is making contact with your mat. You can try to pull yourself. You can never pull yourself. You can never lose yourself. Why you wanna lose yourself? But just be you. You. Be your dream come true. But just be you. You. Be your dream come true. Forever, forever. But just be you. Be your dream come true. But just be you. Be your dream come true. Forever, forever. You can try to hit yourself. You can never hit yourself. You can always help someone new. You can always touch someone new. But just be you. You. Be a dream come true. But just be you. Start to bring back some intentional movement into your fingertips and toes. On a long inhale, bring the hands up to the sky and then up overhead for a big good morning stretch. Roll over to either side, letting your head rest on your bicep as your other hand grounds down into the mat. When you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a seated position. Eyes are closed, hands come to prayer at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Quick moment of gratitude for every bone, ligament, muscle, and vein that brought you through the practice. Bringing your hands to third eye, thankful for the lessons in life, some harder than others, and the faith that we have to continue to move forward. And bowing forward, thankful for the place that we call home, the space where we can practice yoga together, all the places you've been and all the places you will go once this has passed. Namaste, yogis. Happy 4th of July. Happy Saturday. Happy long weekend.